everyone. Let's pause the music and switch this over. Hello everyone. How are we today? Hope all you are good. As you saw with the thing, so let me just grab Twitch on my phone so I can see the chat. Alrighty. Oh, fuck. Anyway, alrighty. So as you saw with both the stream schedule, if you looked at it, we saw it, and also the stream title, we're going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. I had it for a little bit and have played some of it, but I kind of looked at I played some of it and meant to reload a checkpoint, but ended up selling the entire chapter game, which is basically the start of the game. So I decided to, hey, what about I start straight? What about if I just streamed it? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. All right, just opening it up. Let's open up the game. Set the capture for this one. Okay, gonna start a new game. Try to cancel. That just in case, just. Okay. I'm breaking this. Good. New game. The Boston court is in turmoil. A code red alert has been issued, which means a major crisis has occurred. Leisha, and Galeb are summoned by the prince. 2019. Goddamn. 11 p.m. Oh shit. Vampires walk among us, unknowing we've built their cities, fought their wars, and sated their hunger. For centuries, these creatures have been organized shadows, the largest of which is the Camarilla. In its domain, Camarilla courts enforce the masquerade, a global conspiracy hiding the existence of vampires from world to world. Breaking the masquerade is punishable by final death. In Boston, vampire factions have long been at odds at each other's throats. After much conflict, new prince has sealed a fragile pact with a group of blood sorcerers known as the Enchantress. This alliance will not only provide stability to the domain, but will hold the prince, the blood trade, the trafficking of blood, and multiple victims that service the elite vampires. Tonight, the undead will celebrate. Presents.
I'll just get this going. There, ready. We're all set. Now, to begin, tell me, what do you see?
I
Try this. Focus on your vision.
No, it's happening. No, no, it's too late. It's too late now.
Goddamn.
They're coming.
Vampire, the Masquerade, Swansong.
Did you feel it too? Take your stuff. We're getting out of here.
Righty.
We've got a problem. Call them back.
What's going on?
It's the prince. We must go quickly.
Righty. PM.
Come on. Damn it. Hurry up. Calm down. Maybe it has nothing to do with the party. You know full well I was in charge of it. If anything goes wrong, it's my head on the chopping block. Fuck. Damn it! It took Hazel months to convince the Hartford Chantry to ally themselves with us. So they finally accept, and then bam, a code red. There's never been a code red in Boston, damn it! This has gotta be bad, MM.
I'll be right back. I need to do something real quick. I'll be real quick. Okay, I'm back. Hey, now first off, I forgot to start. You know what? I'm gonna start recording now because, like, just mostly for like clips and shit like that. Alrighty. In a dialogue, some answers require the use of skills. Your skill level is compared with that of your opponent. The higher rating wins. You cannot use skills if its rating is 0. Using skills consume willpower. If your opponent wins, you gain a few willpower. If your opponent wins, you gain a few willpower. At the end of the dialogue, right? Wins, you gain few power. Okay. Psychology, and persuasion. has nothing to hide. One thing at a time. This one here.
It's not like you had anything to do with it. I'm sure.
You don't get it. I was in charge of organizing the party.
But security is Jara's problem.
Yeah,
normally.
except Jara is a member of the Primogen. I'm not.
But you're a harpy. The prince will cover you. You know she's always looking for an excuse to take him down a notch.
We'll see.
What do we do next?
When everyone's safe, we move on to phase 2. We clean house.
I wonder why she have those like gold parts of her body. I'm just gonna ask questions.
Did you say this is the first Code Red in Boston?
Ever since the fall of London, protocol is no longer a laughing matter.
Whatever. They've been harping on that for 4 years now. They took away our internet access. Our smartphones.
It's called risk mitigation, that's all. A code red is an alarm signal that's sent to everyone to say, watch out, we're all in danger. And everyone runs to shelter at the nearest safe house. For us, it's with the prince. It could have been worse.
I'd have preferred worse.
You're not even listening to me.
I did hear about the Fall of London campaign. I haven't looked into it because I've only lately I've only been reading the, I was reading the Sabat source book and then I started reading a little bit of the Camarillo one, but also been going into elements of the core book that I haven't read yet. Mostly that like beginning part that has all those documents that you can read through and shit like that. So yeah. Anyway, but I know that like what happens in London is that the entire place is wiped out of vampires thanks to the Second Inquisition. So yeah.
What do you mean by we clean house?
Getting rid of our archives, our documents, anything that might betray our network and relationships.
Alrighty. Hope it doesn't get
What comes after phase 2?
Just pray that it never comes to that.
Come on, tell me.
We run, we leave everything behind, and we go into hiding, as far from here as we can.
There's no way I'm leaving Boston. Everything I have is right here in this city. It took me years to build my clubs. I've worked too hard to give it up now.
You won't have a choice. I know you hate coming here. Are you gonna be alright?
What do you think? I know how to behave, Jay.
Yeah, I know. Just keep your cool and it'll be fine.
Ah, my little darlings. You're here at last. The fear that something horrible had happened to you terrified me.
No call for theatrics, April.
The prince asked to see you as soon as you arrived, Amin. I wouldn't dilly-dally if I were you. As for you, Journey, someone's triggered a code red. If anything has happened over there, I'll hold you personally responsible.
Vampires have supernatural abilities, the other disciplines. Some disciplines can be used in dialogue as with skills. The higher level wins. Normal disciplines are available to all vampires. Some mortals may possess certain powers, although most humans have no defenses against disciplines. Using disciplines generates hunger. Hunger has value that cannot be exceeded. This limits a vampire's use of their powers. A vampire at their hunger limit risks losing control, attacking and feeding the closest mortal. Okay. Presence in persuasion. I can do I can do this one. Gotcha. But I forgot to fail because it's only one.
You know, back in the day, nobody could bat an eyelash without you knowing about it. You must know exactly what Jay is being blamed for, don't you?
Imem. My dear Imem. I adore you. Really, I do. But darling, please. You're way out of your league here. This alliance with the Hartford Chantry is crucial. The prince is on edge. We can't get through to anyone over there.
What does this have to do with Jay?
She was in charge of the whole thing, for goodness sake. Listen, both of you. From now on, I don't want to hear another word out of either of you. The prince is furious. Journey, you're coming with me.
I don't see why.
And as for you, Hazel wants to see you. Right now.
Oh shit, man. You remember YouTuber shit. The model has frozen. Okay, there we are. There we are. Somebody else a little bit. Okay. Because I kind of want to see some stuff here. Yeah, the Herald Chantry, I want to know this one. Well, New England certainly isn't lacking in... Well, New England it certainly isn't lacking in vampire strongholds. The Hartford Chantry is the most famous Tremere Haven, a direct rival to the Salmon Chantry. Hartford has held its own for centuries, during which it was subjected to infighting, enemy attacks and turf wars. Its influence, which spread over the years, greatly increased under the reign of that person, John Reyes, who led the domain until 2014. His successor, Osborne, seems intent on maintaining this same momentum in the years to come, as demonstrated by the recent between Hartford. So basically, it's a really big, like one of the most famous, like Tremere groups or something like that. Okay. See if there's any. Okay. April was born in 1970 in Boston's Bay Village neighborhood. She studied fashion in New York before leaving to train with prestigious fashion houses across Europe. Upon her return to Boston in 1998, she founded her own house of high fashion. They naturally invited April to where she found herself to feel their charm, a profound and inexhaustible source of inspiration in the clan of the flower. The trap. One member of the clan was well known as a collector who met and became enamored with. Their boundless passion pushed her to accept and embrace that she understood nothing about after only a few months. After only a few months. However, her lover and sire quickly lost interest in her after the pride of flaunting his conquest in the most fashionable Scots scene. The first year of his own life was spent alone in solitude. She found refuge and support in one of M's clubs, where she learned all about her new nature and history of the kindred. There she met souls who were out by the mad pursuits. And souls who were worn out by their mad hopes and suffering. The bond. It was in this club that she met Ivory, a kindred whose embrace and abandonment by her sire reminded April of her own circumstances. April admired Hazel for the way she was able to join the situation to her advantage. April offered her support and services in thanks for her loyalty and granted her the title of Herald when she took over the domain. Okay. So basically she is somebody who's tight with the prince, because they both were actually okay, so yeah, so like I said, she was embraced and left behind by her sire, and then went to anyway. And also, I'm just gonna real quick check the Camarilla source book to find out what the job of heralds are. Let me see. The court herald. Tuesday. Okay, herald. Duties of the herald. Announcing the decrees of the prince, keeping the records of presentation. Act as the voice of the prince, proclaiming decrees. Okay, so basically they just like kind of the second hand, like the kind of like the one that speaks for the prince. It kind of yeah, it's basically they just kind of speak for the prince. I'm guessing, at least that's what, so, like, you know, somewhere and shit like that. Anyway. this one we just like, you know, your own clubs. I don't want to read the entire thing because I'm gonna be here forever, and I don't want to like drag on the stream for too long just because I decided to like read all the fucking like bios. And I imagine some of these I'll just find out through like progressing the story and anyway. Maybe I'll read beats of these actually as I go along. Man of bronze, born in Harlem in 1901. M grew up in a family of poor African American farmers. Her father Mason was a musician by night and window washer by day. Her mother Claire sang when she was not taking care of her 4 children. When he was drafted in 1917, and his father enlisted in the 15th Regiment of the New York National Guard, the Harlem Hellfighters, and participated in the liberation of France. He joined a jazz band in his unit that became a phenomenal success after the war ended. Thea Puffy Studios had them record an album which became the first jazz recording to be played non-stop on French phonographs. Following his success, Moon decided to bring his family to Paris and to make a living playing his music in the jazz club that were beginning to sprout up across the capital. Okay, so basically, like, she was born in 1901. Her father was a musician. Was basically like a musician by night and window washer by the day. Mother would also sing too. And in 1917, that's around like during the First World War, right? Her father like registered to the army and then basically formed a little jazz group with people that he knew in there, and started performing in France, and they were successful, and they got some success, and eventually he moved his entire family to France. Anyway, I think I'll read like a paragraph each time I switch to the other characters.
It's gonna be a long
of like
night.
the main ones.
Miss Lewis, welcome.
So it knows a code red has been issued, and yeah.
Who's she, Caleb?
Mem Lewis.
She smiles like a toreador.
Letters etched in bold right upon her teeth.
What about that bearded guy who's swallowing his bile?
Dejan Siaka.
A Tremere warlock, then?
Keep him at a healthy distance. With a sideward glance, he could make the blood in your veins boil.
Is court attendance usually this sparse?
Now let me... No, I can't at all. There are usually more of us. Everyone should have been at the party. She's talking too much. It's this one.
Under ordinary circumstances, there would be more of us here.
Is it because of the Code Red?
Could be. We should have all been at that party. But a Code Red is a Code Red. No one can leave. I'd hate to be Caius right about now.
Why?
He's second honcho of house security. This promises to be a busy night.
I know what you mean. It's one thing to have been told that the Nosferatu don't age well. It's another thing to see it for yourself.
It's by no fault of their own.
Do you think you'll be able to ask the prince tonight if you can embrace me?
No. Now is no longer the time.
Embrace.
And he is your child?
Mr. Beryl Underwood.
He's a real shark. Shark. He's one a member of the Perugian. I don't want to talk to her about it. I'll say this here, grandmother.
Tread lightly. He's a member of the Primogen.
They're the check to the prince's power.
The check and balance. They backed Hazel when she rose to power after Quentin came. They'd hoped to control her.
What? Things didn't go as planned?
I just have a feeling she will surprise them. Never forget that the court is a chessboard. We are monsters, and we sacrifice pawns. If you want to be a major piece, then behave accordingly.
But...
Nothing can happen to you here. We're in the prince's house. She must be finished by now. Wait for me. This won't take long.
It's out of the question, MM. I won't let her get away with this.
All right. Calm down, Dijon.
Where's Journey?
What's it to you?
Don't start with me. She was in charge of the party. She has to take responsibility for this.
Leave her out of it.
It's too late
I
for
found
that.
this on your brother's tape.
I'm back. Sorry, my mum came in. She found like a disc for a game that my brother left out on TV. Oh no, somebody and left a disc out, and it was like caked in dust. So hopefully it will work. It's people are wondering it's Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. Yeah, I have a wide array. I have a wide palette for video game taste, I guess. Here I am here playing Vampire Masquerade Swansong while talking about Kingdom Hearts. I need half your heart, Kingdom Hearts. Zenno, it's you. I remember like actually a while back. I was listening to these songs for like. I was listening to the songs of Kingdom Hearts, and it got me. I was like, you know, I was listening to the song music of Kingdom Hearts, and I wanted to. It made me feel like playing through the series again. I'm like fully up to date with the series. Okay, I played through all of them. I even looked up like videos to recap the storyline in those like mobile ones. There is that new one that's coming out. I haven't, well, the new mobile one. I can't remember the name of it, but I haven't really heard of much of it. I don't think I've even looked up much of it. But yeah, but I was listening to the music and made me want to like play through the games again. I ended up like fucking buying the Kingdom Hearts like 1.5, 2.5 remixes on PC, so I can like play through them again. And well, yeah, I started playing some of Kingdom Hearts 1, but then my PC's power supply just blew, and well, of course, you know, I couldn't play, and well, I had to get it replaced basically, and yeah, luckily I was able to get luckily it still had warranty on it, and I was able to, well, the process like took a bit long. Then like I was waiting for like a month or some shit, probably even a couple months. I think actually in a couple months maybe, for the go ahead to go for it, because like it was getting like lost in like, it was kind of falling through the cracks basically in my whole warranty thing. Okay. Like even the people like on the line, because I called up like customer support, even them on the line was like, oh yeah, you've been waiting for so long for that, we're gonna get that sorted straight away. And long story short, like unfortunately they couldn't give me a replacement, so instead I think they like gave me a refund, so that way I could, and I ended up like buying a new one. And well, yeah. Now like my PC back and shit like that. I've been meaning at some point getting a new graphics card at some point, because this one's a bit on the, because this one's been on the fricks. I've been constantly having problems where the drivers keep crashing. So yeah. But then again, considering what happened last time, what if it's actually the CPU? Because I did say something about a problem with the cooler. Anyway, let's assume the game.
Don't waste your time covering for her. She's not a kid anymore. I haven't heard from my child, and no one's able to get through to them over there.
Go on then. Go and save Imani and stop wasting your breath.
There are rules. Need I remind you? We're all stuck here.
You're such a good boy.
You'll never change.
Dijon.
What? Oh, come on, Hilda, she needs to grow up.
Leave us. I don't need your help.
Ma'am, please.
Stop calling me that.
I was worried about you.
You still haven't moved on, have you? You're always getting in my way.
Lower your voice. People are staring.
Goddamn. Focus. Focus allows you to temporarily increase a skill by 1 to 2 levels. The more you increase your influence, the more the willpower cost increases. To be focused, a skill must have a minimum score of 1. Disciplines. When can I be focused? Okay. Let's see. Okay, 9th generation. This one's 12th generation. So that's like a fledgling, right? Fledgling of sorts. Well, actually, no, she was embraced in. At least in the 2nd. Yeah, date of embrace 1999. Okay. So yeah, neonate, I guess. Neonate. Okay, well, that's still on the umbrella of a neonate, right? Fledgling is like, you've been a vampire for less than 10 years. Neonate is like, well, a bit longer. There's also like, there's another term as well, but after that, then there's elders, and well, in the current law for Vampire the Masquerade, they've all like ran off to because of the beckoning. Anyway, the meeting. The John had a passion for the occult. He was working in a record shop when he became acquainted with that person. This kindred had fled Hartford after being sentenced to final death for receiving the embrace from a Tremere without the approval of the city's prince. She joined Marcel, the Prince of New Orleans, and specialized in voodoo rituals. In 1991, she decided to sire the John because of the exceptional aptitude he showed for his art. To deepen his knowledge of mythology with the other chantries, he decided to go on a journey that was the same as the one Mary had taken when she was young. Revenge. On his way to St. John's, made a stop by Boston and asked to speak with him. She sought new supporters to counterbalance the power of her primogen. She earned his trust by revealing that she was aware of his origins, his bloodline, and their banishment from New England. She promised him her utmost discretion if in exchange he joined the Boston Convention and kept her informed of their every action. John accepted on the condition that he be allowed to train with the sisters or so, and as he had intentionally planned. The warlock was very well received. In particular by Richard Dunham, who was conducting secret research on blood and was delighted by the insight that Mullet would provide. The John went to negotiate agreement with the old chancery on behalf of Hazel, not only because she was his prince. John went to negotiate the agreement with the prince, and to negotiate the agreement with the with the Herald of Chancery on behalf of not only because she was his prince, but also to exact his revenge on those who had punished his sire. Okay. I guess about this one, because okay, this one's a long one. Member of the Primogene Court. Member of the Primogene Court. Okay. Kind of curious about why was like so I guess harsh with her. Oh. Oh, so she is her sire. She met M in 1923, and for the first time since M's destruction, and finally felt that she was no longer alone. Enthusiasm rekindled the spark of passion within her, and it took a little time for her to fall deeply in love with the young woman. About 3 years, however, before revealing her venture to her. 6 years later, she embraced him, sealing their fate together. Disillusioned, the couple lived in Vienna until they were driven by the shadow of Nazi Germany to the French border, where he hoped to find refuge. Alas, the progress made by German troops forced her to reconsider her plans. A plan in 1940, she resumed contact with her sire and begged the London court for help. Queen and he summoned her after tough negotiations, and was granted the permission to settle in Boston. Then under the wait a minute. I think I was. Let me just make sure something. Okay, it is okay. For a okay. I knew that like it was like Boston was like in a state in the U.S., but for a moment how this was read, I thought, wait a minute, is it actually somewhere in the UK? And I was like, anyway. In Boston, then under the reign of Prince King III, the London court helped leave Cape Code, which was held by a thriving Torador community. However, found hope to be able to reconnect with art and continue a relationship as it was not to be. And then won over the New Republic in New England, and all the kindred were entranced by her. Eleanor lived in her shadow as Anne regained a taste for things after a difficult departure from came embittered and somber. The contrast between them increased, and they soon became a more mismatched couple day by day. I refused to live apart from M despite their artistic incompatibilities. Nevertheless, she felt the looks from her clan began to change. She received embarrassed smiles and downturned faces as she passed them. Her relationship with Anne finally came to an end in March 1990. Immense resentment and regret. Okay, so basically they kind of just like a. They basically just like they kind of didn't. They were a relationship and it didn't end very well for didn't end well. After their separation, Anne left the court to live on the fringes of kindred society, while Hannah remained firmly embedded into society, coping with its madness and brutal regime, and manipulated, maneuvered to gain visibility and power in 2014, as the beckoning began to win over the city's oldest licks, and established herself as one of the last figures of power, along with Beryl Underwood and Richard Durham. She conspired to appoint King's successor and was made part of Trojan Court. The collaboration with whom provided to proved to be more complicated than anticipated. At first convinced that she had found the ideal puppet to dangle over the city court, Hannah quickly realized that Hannah is not the young, especially manipulable woman she hoped to influence. Quite the contrary. So basically, they were. Let's read the second verse here. Was 17 years old and a dancer. She spent time with the elite who came to listen to her father, and it took little time for her to get noticed. She discovered in their international shows. She auditioned for it and passed with flying colours. From odd job backstage to subbing in for other performances. She proved herself and became an headline act at just 21 years old. Her strip act took Paris by storm, making her extremely popular, and then began traveling through Europe, dancing to packed houses in the hottest cabarets. Emma was young, beautiful, and radiant. Her life was the night as the champagne and money flew. She was determined and alluring, the embodiment of a free and independent woman of the early 12th century. 20th, I think it is, century. She had a fiery temperament that soon attracted attention of Diva. Anyway, Diane around December 1923 and performed 8 years at the Banana. On the first night, she was introduced to Helena McAndrew, the theatre director, outside of her dressing room, and then was immediately captivated by this mysterious aristocrat who attended each of her performances. They spent the night that followed in bars, exchanging stories about their lives and their art, their passions and their struggles. Everyone was cultured, charismatic, and politically engaged in the suffrage movement and the women's artistic community. Mem, to her surprise, fell under her spell and gave in to this irresistible attention. A passionate relationship formed right away between the two women, who became irresistible. Heldra confided in and told her about her vampiric nature over the course of 3 years, for their love to endure, but also seduced by the promise of eternal life. When asked to be side right away, it would take yet another 3 years before, however, Heldra managed to get the local prince to agree to it. The prince feared that the young woman's notoriety could be a danger to the masquerade. With the prince's blessing at last, and through a celebration in the honor of her companion, whom she would embrace at the end of this evening. The sound of boots. Having lived in Vienna since 18, left Austria in 1930 and for Paris, then French surrender in 1940 forced the couple to reconsider their plan. With the help of her contact in London, Helena managed to negotiate crossing to Boston, to her hometown. Though hesitant at first, the city's Markavian prince, the queen, finally granted them asylum and was introduced to the court, where 50 years of intrigue would bring their passion to an elaborate end. So basically they were together in a relationship, but then as years went by, shit happened and they kind of broke up and not really on good terms. Anyway, so at least I get. If the skill or discipline levels the same the outcome. Wait, if the skill or discipline levels are the same, the outcome of the conflict is uncertain. The chance of victory can be influenced by a number of bonuses or penalties, as well as spending experience points. Okay. Does she know anything about the code red? Rhetoric? Wait. Give me a moment. Yeah, I think. Just want to make sure. Oops, oh, no, that's what I wanted to do. Ooh. Tie, so let's see, hopefully I get it. Damn it, failure. Focus. Your opponent can also your opponents can also focus their own skills. Unlike you, focus only allows them to increase the skill by 1. Your skill opponent is representative of a percentage. The more aggressive you are, so focus use of opponents, more risk. The more the risk of opponent focus increases.
Do you know what this code red is all about? You're in the Primogen. You must know something.
I'm in the same boat as the rest of you. Apparently, it was from one of Moore's retainers. That's all I know.
Who's that?
Jason Moore. Don't you remember him? He's the human who manages our interests when the sun comes up. He handles our assets, errands with the banks.
What does he have to do with this?
I don't know. It now seems that Miss Hazel Iverson, the mighty Prince of Boston, is no longer on speaking terms with the Primogen. As if now were the ideal time.
She asked to see me. Do you know why?
My best guess is that she'd like to talk to you about Journey, of course. I always warned you that girl was trouble.
Yeah, sure. I've gotta go. Hazel must be upstairs. I'd better hurry.
What about Jara? I haven't seen her.
Councillor Drury is not here, nor is Dr. Dunham. Mr. Leto's teams are trying to reach them, but...
Nobody's answering?
No.
What a shitty night. Hazel must be pissed. What the hell could she want with me?
Interesting. Let's take Lucia.
Is everything okay, Mom? Penny for your thoughts?
Nothing, Pumpkin. What were you saying?
You saw pictures again? You're not going back to the Institute, are you?
No, don't fret. I'm gonna stay here with you now.
I don't like it when Richard takes you away.
He's my psychiatrist. He's helping me so I can be with you.
Mom has a little trouble sometimes. Remember?
I see things that haven't happened yet. And I forget others.
Yes, I know. And you have to slumber so you can rest all alone sometimes. But 3 years was too long.
I know what the institute is, like whatever that place that said that little place that, what was it called again? Was it the institute? Yes, like it's basically just like a place that I'm pretty sure it was a place. It's basically like Avians being the way how they are and shit like that. It's a way for like basically they'll go there for a bit when like you know I'll just read it because I think that's a better explain it. Kindred must blend in amongst the mortal masses. Some Arcavians believe they need to be treated in order to do this. By reducing the delusions that make them stand out. The previous Prince of Boston created an asylum where members of his clan could seek treatment to the institution. Now let's read a little bit on this main character here. Oh, okay. This is 12th generation. Okay, she's a neonate. Seems like it. Ow. Okay, there's no sire in regards to her. So maybe like it's a mystery. Anyway, so that which remains. Leisure's story is nothing more than a collection of fragments due to her memory impairment. She remembers that she is from France near Lyon, and that Dr. Richard Dunham is her psychiatrist. As he has always been. She knows that he saved them from the war in 1939. Okay, I'm guessing that he is her sire. Both her and her daughter saved them from both her and her daughter Marjorie. He made it possible for them to join the Boston court held at the same time by King, a child of Macavian like themselves, like them. The rest is nothing but light and shadow. Who knows the names of some, knows the names and sometimes even the stories of those around her without knowing exactly how or why. She remembers Colton King, the previous prince, and his legendary obsession and more recently into the first year of her reign to power. Leon remembers her warmly and fondly, despite only knowing her for a single year before leaving to be put into slumber at the Markavian Institution of Boston as a prescription by Dr. Dunham, and suffered from sudden visions where the present moment and possible future bleed into one. She fights her gift in order to be fit to take care of. However, this does not serve the prince's plan, as Hazel views this power as a way to master fate and boast of her ambitions. Yeah, that girl's her daughter.
It seemed like an eternity without you.
I missed you too, Mom.
I need my sweet little monster.
Mom? What's going on? Why does everybody look so...
Nelsol is No's daughter. Her Markavian nature has kept her mind that of a little girl. Lauren's daughter. Her Markavian nature has kept her mind of that little girl. And for Helena, everything must be a game, hide and seek, a story, but all above, everything must be done with her mother, from whom she does not like to be separated.
What's that?
I think something serious is happening. I'm worried. I still haven't seen Richard. I looked for him so he could explain, but he can't be found.
So, what do we do now?
I was told to wait here, because Hazel wants to see us. There are grown-ups coming, and your mother needs to talk to them.
Oh, then I'll go hide, because grown-ups talk to me too much.
Let me just because I just missed that dialogue. I think I missed that dialogue. Let me just look it up real quick. Okay, so somebody named Richard. Trying to find someone named Richard. Told us what happened, but couldn't find him. So yeah. Okay. Anyway.
If you want, sweetie. But don't wander off. Go on. Show me what you do to make sure no one spots you.
Okay, here I go.
Vanish. Did Markavians have obfuscated? At first, when I first like saw that, I thought like the daughter was like a figment of
Aisha. It's been a while.
Hey, Emma.
her imagination.
When did you get out?
Just tonight. Hazel wanted to see me.
That means she's extremely worried about the situation.
That, or she's a major drama queen.
She should show the prince more respect, and then doesn't realize how serious the situation is. I'd say that like he will say this.
You shouldn't make light of the situation. Believe me, there aren't many of us who have experienced a code red and survived.
Thanks for the heads up, Professor Bazori. First Siaka, now you. Why won't anybody give me a break tonight?
Maybe you asked for it.
Or maybe if you behaved in a manner more appropriate to the circumstances and our setting, then you'd better understand why everyone is so nervous.
He has no business lecturing me. Right. I'd say that she'll say this.
Siaka jumped down my throat. Was I supposed to let him take his nerves out on me? No, I'm sorry. That's not how things work, Bazori.
We must all remain calm and accept any help we can get, even from the most unusual sources.
That's surprising to hear, coming from a blue blood. At least your certainties come from a more solid source than a prophecy from a child of Malkov.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All I'm saying is that whatever the problem is, your hallucinations aren't gonna help us solve it.
I believe her she wants, I don't care. Because considering her background, what we read up on her background, she doesn't really, like, she usually tries to, like, repress it so that way she can still be with her daughter and stuff like that. And, but, like, you know, they leave. So I'd say, like, she'd probably be, like, this one here, single.
And yet, many of the things I saw ended up happening. Quentin King's disappearance, Hazel's rise to power, your breakup with Hilda, too. But you're probably right. It's just Hazel and her flair for the dramatic.
Only time will tell.
Good evening, ladies, sir. The prince shall see you now.
Rebellious star, the diva who lit up the Boston's night. But bring light in. Bring light into a world of darkness can be perilous. Anyone knows this, but she doesn't. Wait. And who loves night? But bringing light into a world of darkness can be perilous. Anyone knows this, but doesn't care. Profile that focus on resolution skills, skills that allow you to go undercover and exert and extort, steal information, different trades. Focus on improving attributes and intellectual skills. It allows for a maximum number of interactions, but with little or less mastery. Profile that focuses on dialogue skills and physical attributes. visual attributes. It allows you to use character. I think I'd use this one. Character sheet. At the start of a scene, previously earned XP, experience points can be spent in years. To be divided into two areas. The character sheet, the character sheet and the different sheet. Attributes. Each attribute has. Each attribute affects a specific list of skills and disciplines. Attributes increase the chance of victory in case of a tie. Improving them decreases the willpower cost of focus. Knowledge. The use of knowledge skills do not have a willpower cost. They cannot be improved by focus. Okay. Disciplines. Disciplines, experience points, points invested in a discipline, increases the level and can provide additional powers. Discipline powers can be passive and may be used in dialogue or in exploration. Okay, so we got presence, celerity, and org specs. Technical specs vision has no blood costs, no hunger costs. Reveals interactions related to the 5 senses. G. Okay. I won't say she would the type for interrogation of sorts, and I'd say she's should be pretty decent with her. Socially, of course, because you know, mental will be worse, or physical will be worse or off. Okay, she won't be. Oh wait, I accidentally using too much. And persuasion. Do need to put a point in some kind of let me think. So heightened senses. The next one there reveals. Orc specs vision reveals interactions related to the memories of an item. Okay. Or Gives access to press to doing dialogue options. Okay. Velvet glove. This basically adds 1 to perception to presence. So basically just like prevent your opponent from focusing a skill. Okay, basically this is like if we want charisma. Dexterity. Perception, evading on your senses, 5 senses, allowing you to see possible futures and read your enemies. Type to charisma, ability to emotion, thoughts, emotions over those around you. Disciplines that allow you, discipline that allows you to transverse the environment of high speed and slow down your perception of time. Reveals anchor points in the environment that M can reach using blink. Blink allows you to move instantly. Okay, so basically situations you're allowed to slow down the environment around the character's vision. There is no skill. There is no cost. The interactions that are available in the state. Hunger cost determines your rating and I feel like this here. Persuasion. Just convince others to agree with your point of view. With logical. Invest, identify and react to social. Yeah, I tried playing this one then. And question about human. I'd say breadth of knowledge, knowledge about human, and as well as forms of formal as well as the formal and occult sciences. I'd say at least one's point in that, but not like too much because I don't think she. Anyway, I think I'm happy with all this. You know, she's like mostly the convincing type. Okay, a little bit, you know, mental, but when dialogue ratings tells yes. This attribute affects skills as well as dominating discipline. Anyway. Okay. I think that's good enough.
Hazel. Delson.
Come in, MM. I wanted to have a word with you.
What can I do for you?
I'm glad you're here. It's been a long time since we last saw each other. Tell me, where were you tonight?
Like everybody else, I suppose. At home, getting ready for the party.
How fortunate you weren't running early.
Why? What's happened?
You know what the Code Red means. There was a breach. This is intolerable. These agreements were supposed to celebrate the power of my court. Instead, I've been made to look a fool in the eyes of my allies. We'll have to increase our diplomatic efforts with the Warlocks. Send new emissaries to Osborne.
What's that got to do with me?
Don't you worry about that for now. We have more urgent matters to attend to. We bring Journey to me.
Considering that she was defending her, I imagine she'd probably say. I'll probably just say this.
What do you want with her?
I have a few questions I need to ask her. If mistakes were made, I need to know what happened. I'm sure that your friend will have a lot to tell me.
I wouldn't want to say that because that sounds like it would be like an affirmation of guilt. Something like that. So.
Yes, my prince. I'll be right back.
I didn't bring you here just for that. I have something to offer you.
I'm listening.
It's about the Primogen Council. You know everyone who's in it. Beryl, Richard, Hilda. Their support was much appreciated after the disappearance of the previous prince.
Quentin King.
But now, they've become an obstacle. It's been going on for months. They systematically oppose everything that I do. It must stop now.
Oh yeah, knowledge cannot be increased.
That's nothing new. That's rule number 1 of all the Primogen. The contrary would be worrisome.
That's what I thought too. But after tonight, well, I wonder. The Camarilla has faced many challenges in the past few years. Many of our strongholds have fallen. I won't let Boston suffer the same fate. But for that, I need loyal allies. Also, How would you like a spot in the Primogen?
What?
You've always taken care of your community, without ever asking for anything in return. It might be time you took a leading role in the community's affairs.
Hilda won't let you do it. She'll never see me as her equal. Being seated next to her child? She'll feel humiliated.
I'm her prince. She will obey me.
She's not gonna like it.
I don't care. What I'm offering is much bigger than all that. What do you think?
I don't like the court. I need to think about it. I'll say that.
I don't know. I need to think about it.
Time is of the essence. You're a businesswoman, I know you'll be up to it, but we'll talk about it again soon. In the meantime...
I know. Jay, I'm going to go see Sylvia first. I need to clear my head.
Do it. You won't be able to hunt tonight. It's better to be prepared. Bring me Journey.
I will.
I have the utmost confidence in you, Do not fail me.
You can count on me. What the hell is going on?
I'm happy to see you in one piece.
Hey, Syl. I'd like some refreshment, please.
Of course. I'll get you a glass.
I was thinking more like a vessel.
Okay.
Oh, serve yourself. But try not to damage them, okay? They're all I've got left in stock.
I get it. I'll be careful.
I'm right here if you need anything else.
The safe zone. A safe zone is a place where no one can see you feed. You can find them by exploring the surroundings. Only one prey may be sent to a safe zone at a time.
No news from anyone.
Do you think they're...
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. We're not the only ones freaking out. Look around.
Exactly. We've got to keep our wits about us. Got it?
Yeah.
Follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
Mind your own business, Syl. Now's not the time to make waves.
Go this way.
Do you need me? Do you want us to...
Did you need something? Let me know if I can help. Good evening.
I'm supposed to get them in. Oh shit. Find a place away from playing eyes. Prey. Prey will naturally be revealed as you approach them. To feed, you'll need to find a safe zone. you can lure your prey to. Go after isolated prey if it is surrounded by potential witnesses. Sending prey to a vision wound. Go after surrounded by potential witnesses. Sending prey to a vision wound will increase suspicion of you.
I'll stay here.
Come on. It won't take long.
Going.
Being braced. Drink blue. A kiss. Vampires use their powers to charm or subdue their prey and satisfy their hunger. When feeding on prey, you can control the amount of blood you take. Press and hold the button to increase the amount. If you do not press the button or don't release it before the blood fills, the prey will die. The prey will die drained of its blood. Killing prey will suspicion. Mortals will be on their guard, while vampires will question your respect for the masquerade. There we go. I was slight fuck hunger, I guess. Oh, okay, so there's resonance. Some prey, their blood emotionally charged, have resonance that your character will earn after feeding. At the end of a scene, a resonance provides an experience bonus for the corresponding discipline. If more than one resonance is acquired during a given scene, only the last one acquired is saved. Second bite. If your prey survives, you may feed on it a second time. However, this will cause it to die and increase suspicion.
All right, Jay. Where are you hiding?
I think I'll probably ask her over here.
What a shitty night.
Do you think the Code Red will last much longer?
I hope not. The faster I get out of here, the better.
What? And Mem Lewis, the Black Rattler's Rose, is afraid of a handful of politicians?
God, no.
Fine. Let me know if I can do anything for you.
It's about Liz Journey.
I'm supposed to find Jay. Do you know if she's done talking to April?
Huh. Good question. I saw her earlier, but she wasn't with Miss Bosley. She went into that alcove on your right, but that was a while ago.
Thanks.
You might want to avoid hanging around with her, you know?
I've heard stuff about her. I know, and it's not true. She didn't do anything, all right?
Fine. Sorry. Did you need anything else?
I heard the prince put together a surveillance unit.
Yeah, the cave. Mr. Leto and his team spend their nights there. It's just below us. But don't even think about going down there. It's only for sewer rats.
Yeah. Oh wait, I just realized my VTuber model is like. Okay. There we are. Actually,
Miss Iverson has the top floor all to herself.
Yes, that's where she's got her office for hearings, as well as her personal quarters. Miss Bosley is the only one who has access to them.
Bosley's the other one who's... Okay.
Thanks for the vessel.
My pleasure. Come back anytime you want.
Alrighty, now I need to find her. I think she said it was this way. No.
Miss Lewis.
Okay, that can't go there. I'm guessing then it's probably in one of these.
I know that perfume. Jay.
Heightened senses. Senses. All specs enhance use of 5 senses. This condition reveals new interactions, detecting scent, listening to conversations from a distance, revealing the past of objects, or even experiencing premonition. You can also discover items that have been hidden using supernatural powers. Ooh, a scarf.
You want to... Where did you go, Jay?
Sure went out here, it seems.
Underwood and Fang. Bazori's ears must be burning.
Everything's gonna be fine. Calm down.
Kelton and Lazarus. I smell gossip.
This can't be happening.
I swear, she was standing there, playing me for a sucker, pretending she just happened to be in the archives.
And what did you say to her?
I played dumb. I said, as you like, Miss Abigail W. And I left.
What did she take?
A page from a file about an old party that she tore out.
But why would she need that? Why now?
I wonder.
Let's see if we can talk to her.
Hey, Fang.
Good evening, Miss Lewis.
Call me a man, please. Did you come with Caleb?
Yes, but he's so very busy.
You didn't happen to see Journey, did you?
I'm sorry. I don't know everyone's names yet.
Battery's dead.
A letter. Analyze paper.
This paper must be from the archives. It's pretty old. is torn out.
I need your help. Meet me as soon as you can in an enclave. Is this like, wait, is this her? Message from Hilda, Mac Andrews, AB, can you confirm that it's safe to come to I'm waiting for a response. Where are you? I've been looking for you everywhere. Code red. So the code deleted messages, but I don't think I will. But probably take a look. Confidential.
I've gotta hurry. I'm not supposed to be here. That must be the card they used to open the archives.
Okay, I have to come here.
I hope you didn't forget anything, Jay.
Nice, okay. Needed. Food. Oh shit, for some reason my phone wasn't charging. Anyway. Food for vessels and servants. Check with AB. Check the channel security. Okay. The gas list. Boston Core. Paying gas. Tuition. To me, September 4th, 2019, subject, maintaining order. I asked our retainer to arrive before sunset for more, this issue. Subject, empty. Need confirmation. Still waiting. Still waiting. I'm still waiting still waiting for that paper.
Her last message to Abigail.
Profile. I need you to track down the file on the 1998. And page 3 should be of interest to you.
The file. Wonder where they put it. That could be of interest to me.
There's also the whole thing about deleting, about recovering deleted. Nah, I won't do that. I don't want to use too much on stuff like that. At least right now.
Oh, you again. What do you want?
April, have you seen Jay anywhere?
You can't let her out of your sight for 2 seconds.
The prince sent me to get her.
I can't discuss that with you.
They're close. I won't tell anymore. I won't tell anymore. I won't tell anyone.
Not that I think in a million years this is what happened, but what if Jay messed up somehow? What would happen to her?
Depends on the mistake. And how bad the consequences were. At best, the prince will be mad. At worst,
destruction?
Yeah. There's a good chance of that.
You can tell me. My lips are sealed.
The only way I can make sure you don't talk is to keep my own lips sealed.
Fine. I won't insist. If you see her, tell her I'm looking for her.
Yeah, sure.
What attitude? It's a good thing I was careful earlier.
Besides, I haven't sent any. But okay.
Took the elevator to get here.
So I haven't been going the wrong way around this entire time, going backwards. went in here, checked her computer, and sent an email to.
Her last message to Abigail.
Abigail.
Said Kala saw. Yay, always got along well with her sire. Lucky bitch.
Oh, went into the archives. Gonna have to take the card then. Because I know that that's a card for. Dear Ola, please do not forget that if you have any issue with the archive, you need to contact this really not me. Thank you. Swipe the card.
Jay, what were you doing in the archives? File about a party from a few years ago. It's the one Journey asked Abigail to look at. File about a party from a few years ago. It's the one Journey asked Abigail to look at.
The request of our friend Quentin King, the winter solstice will be celebrated at the home of the 20 at his home on the 21st of December for the entire night. At his behest, the celebration will inspired by masquerades will be inspired by the masquerades in the European calendar. Invitation message approved by our prince. Your established prince of Boston, King, does you a distant honor of inviting you to the winter celebration at his home. Inspired by paid masquerades, please come accompanied and above all you will be able to pledge your respect and allegiance to your revered prince throughout the longest night of the year. You are expected at 7:30 p.m. on 12/21/1998. Please note refusal is not an option. This game over, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, but for real this time. But yeah, so yeah, there was this one's about like a thing that happened, party that happened decades ago.
Here's the connection between Journey's email and the page that was torn out at Abigail's. Journey asked Abigail to meet her in an alcove at the bar. Abigail, we've got to talk. Trail ends there. Where could she have gone after that?
I'm sorry about before. I'm just a little edgy tonight.
I know. This isn't the first time we've gotten in a fight over nothing. Your child, Imani. She was there. Still no news?
No. Radio silence.
And Hazel refuses to talk to me.
I spent months kowtowing to those Hartford assholes for this agreement. If she has the info, now's not the time to hold it back.
These Hartford guys. How well do you know them?
Well enough. I won't let things end like that.
News from Jay.
I'm looking for Journey. Have you seen her?
No, I'm sorry. I assume you've already tried her office?
Yeah, by the Chantry.
You told me you knew the Hartford Warlocks well.
Yeah, some of them.
I was in touch with their representative, Deneb. He was supposed to replace me on the council.
You're leaving us?
Not really. It's part of the agreement with the Chantry. Deneb and I were supposed to switch places.
Why was Hazel doing business with them?
She had plans for the blood market in the region. We were meant to be in charge of supplying high-quality blood. They were supposed to take care of stabilizing it, or try at least.
That's nuts. Has anyone ever tried it before?
Never. That's why I'm worried. I don't give a shit about Hartford, but this project is really important.
I understand.
Great.
Well, I'll leave you to it. I've got to find Jay.
If I see Journey, I'll tell her you're looking for her.
It's a disaster.
What is it? My dog's right here. And before. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of last time where he decided just to bloody climb onto me. What the hell is she, goddammit?
Hey, what now?
Nothing.
You seem busy. I'll leave you alone.
You catch on quick.
I was thinking maybe what if there's some dog. But either way, trail and
why won't she answer?
What if she's like somewhere in one of those rooms? Should I go ask?
Yes.
Okay. There's other dialogue options. Oh, yeah.
We haven't seen you here in ages. Did you want something, perhaps?
You haven't seen Journey, have you?
She's not here. It would be a shame if you've showed up too late.
Does he know something? He thinks he's too smart. Name drop it.
You rotten son of a bitch. I don't have time for this.
If you say so. The pleasure was mine, Mem. Say hello to your sire for me.
My dog wants me to play fetch with him. Okay, I'll shoot me, you dog. Me, you granny.
Sewer rats. As if we could predict them doing anything.
Hey, Abby.
Hey, it's been a while. Can I help you?
Do you still work for April?
Well, aren't you rude? My loyalty is with the court.
Seems like Bosley's leading you around by the nose, though.
She's got some extra responsibilities, sure, but that's it. I have my own agenda.
Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised. I'm looking for Jay. I know you've seen her recently. Do you know where she is?
What are you talking about? I never...
I found her note. You were supposed to meet at the bar. Why are you lying to me?
You went through my stuff?
Is that all you're worried about?
No. It wasn't personal. Journey was in a panic. She asked me for the pass to get into Jara's apartment.
Did she say why?
Only that she was looking for evidence. I didn't really get it. Let's keep this between us, all right? April's got other fish to fry.
I'll see about that. I'm going to find her. Jara's apartment. That's on the Primogen floor. What was Jade looking for up there?
So now go to the elevator, I'm guessing. Okay, no. Oh wait, probably this one here. Nope. Oh, here we go. Didn't even see this.
Oh, great. My shadow.
Okay. Sounds like she doesn't really want to talk to her, so I will not. No return. Choices matter with that indication means no going back. Before selecting one of these options, make sure you're done with the exploring.
The door's locked.
You know, I think I'll actually just talk to her to see what there is there.
It looks like one of Richard's Rorschach tests. In green. Even with the color, I still see the same things always. Blood.
Wait, oh, she's right there. But wait, why? Can't talk to her. I guess she's like entranced in thought, like that. Yeah, I'm going to talk to her to see what there is there.
I wish I was outside instead of being cooped up in here.
So, what exactly did Hazel want with you?
Just do it. So, part of me's feeling like probably no. I'd probably not tell her. Because that said in thing, she kind of, grew kind of like upset about.
I'm sorry, but this is between Hazel and me.
I can't believe it. Don't you see what she's doing?
Yeah, she's asking for a little discretion, so what?
We haven't heard from anyone at the party all night. Many of our own didn't make it home. And she's still reigning through division. She's doling out information strategically. It's the worst possible thing to do in a crisis. And we needn't even mention how she treats the Primogen. She straight out refuses to see us.
Is she jealous or something? So we know that the reason why she doesn't talk to them is because, you know, she's aware that they kind of just, you know, every time when she tries to do something, they kind of just oppose, they just always oppose it.
What's your problem? Is it that she's not talking to everyone? Or that she's not talking to you?
Just stop it. She should be trying to surround herself with everyone's input, not locking herself up in her tower.
Oh, because you would do things differently, perhaps?
That's an understatement.
It is. You would have kept me in the dark.
Could you just stop making this all about you?
That's right. I'm the problem. I've gotta go. I've got stuff to do.
Be careful.
Anyway. Brownie. He's like a right here. He's like, you got anything to say, Brownie? You got anything to say, Brownie? Hmm? He's licking the mic now. You got anything to say, Brownie? Anything to say? Thank you. Thank you, boy. Good boy. Good boy. Give him little head pats. Little.
I'm tired of waiting.
Anyway, after that, oh, no, not again. No, not again. Come on now. Come on. Oh my god, okay, no, not again. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, no, not again. Come on. No, not again. Don't be, Brownie. You're a goddamn terror. Oh god. Okay, come on. No, down. Oh my goodness. How can I? Come on now. Get down. Get down, you. Okay. Okay. Crisis avert. Anyway, let us. After that, dispute there. We will go into here. I was thinking maybe we should have done it away, but I don't know.
No fucking way. Shit.
So this
What?
is where you've been.
Oh,
hiding.
Jesus, it's you. You scared the shit out of me. How did you find me?
You're really bad at covering your tracks.
Are you alone?
What the hell is going on?
Shit, Mem. It's a fucking nightmare. The code red is definitely because of the party. April told me Hazel was gunning for me. She thinks I'm responsible for this shit show.
So, you're hiding in Jory's room?
I'm looking for evidence. I saw that Jara had a file on the party. It's got all the contracts and stuff in it that will prove I did my job right. But I can't find them. It was my only shot to defend myself against her.
Sorry, because Brownie distracted me a bit. I need to see that dialogue again because I need. Well, I get it.
She thinks I'm responsible for the party. April told me Hazel was gunning for me. She thinks I'm responsible for this shit show.
So, you're hiding in Jory's room?
Oh no.
I'm looking for evidence. I saw that Jara had the file in the party. It's got all the contracts and stuff in it. I saw that Jara had the file in the party. It's got all the contracts and stuff in it that would prove I did my job right. But I can't find them. It was my only shot to defend myself against her.
Okay, I'll be back. I need to go over my dog. When I throw the toy, it seems like I throw it at a fence, so we can't reach it. I need to go and get it for him. Thank you, buddy. Okay, I'm back. And Brownie is back here too, right next to me. Little guy. Anyway. I think I won't say anything.
I did everything right, Ma'am. I was the one who rented the place. Same as always. Rooftop, away from prying eyes. I met with Richard to organize the vessels. I arranged for limos to be sent for the Hartford Chantry. I went through the same secure limo agency as usual. They're ours, so there's no risk. What the hell could have gone wrong?
I don't know. But there's no time to think about it. Hazel wants to see you.
And she asked you?
There's a choice here. Either like take her to the prince or... I'm just thinking maybe she could tell her like what she thinks in terms of like, hey yo, like I want to find the record to the thing because I know that I did my shit right. You know what? For the right now, I think I'll just take her to the prince and see what happens. Okay. Maybe she can. Maybe she can. But again, we know the whole they tend to not usually do due process type shit. But who knows? Difficult choices.
It's gonna be fine, Jay. I'm sure you can explain everything.
I'm scared, ma'am.
Don't worry about anything. I'm here.
I'll follow you.
Okay, let's hope this ends well for us. Okay. From madness sometimes comes great clarity. A wise prince knows how to recognize this rare talent in their subjects. And give them the recollection that others deny them. I'm just gonna do that instead. I think I'll probably before I give how that into other shit into donation, let's see. Obfuscate. Specs. I think I probably put points in all specs for her. I think, yeah. Where's the item? Convince others to do what you want by playing off of their emotional weaknesses and behaviors. Level of equipment allows you to hack these devices to good. Okay, this one I guess. Okay. And that's all the things, so
Laisha, it's good to see you.
Be good, sweetie.
How was your reunion with Halsey?
Thank you, Hazel. Your gift was wonderful. You shouldn't have troubled.
You're welcome. We should never have kept you apart for this long.
Good evening, Delsin.
Good evening, Laisha.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. Better and better since I got my little sugar fangs back.
Wonderful.
I haven't seen Richard yet. Does he know I've been released from the Institute?
No, I'm the prince. It was my decision. He is your psychiatrist, but you don't need his permission for everything.
He wasn't at the party, was he?
I'm searching for everyone who's still missing. Don't worry about him.
Thank you.
Laisha, I know I can be frank with you. For 4 years, I have been working to heal the city's wounds. You've already helped me avoid traps in the past.
We know that like she has amnesia, like she doesn't, like her memories are kind of foggy. I'll just stick to saying nothing.
You're not like the other children of Malkav. Quentin King knew that.
The Mad King. I remember, yeah.
I had you released from the Institute because your premonitions are the most detailed, the most accurate. I wanted them to help me understand the Chantry's hand more clearly before we signed our agreement with them. But this alert changes everything. I need to understand what's just happened. Did you sense anything, possibly about what happened tonight?
It's best to be truthful with her. Yes, but it's got nothing to do with it.
I saw images, but they had nothing to do with this party. It didn't make any sense. It was a long, white hallway.
It's a little early for sure, but it's a good start.
I'm sorry, I can't be of more help.
Don't be sorry. There's something else you can do for me. Your discretion can still be of use to me. I need to be sure that none of the members of my council are going to take advantage of the situation.
You don't trust them?
You can never be too careful. You and Delson are the only two people I trust entirely. The members of the council have their council lodgings here. It gives them the impression that they have power, and it means I can keep an eye on them. I'm going to give you the key. Go and see if you find anything that could make me doubt their loyalty. Anything that might make me think there's something in the works.
All right.
Miss Drury burned the midnight oil to make sure this event was secret. I imagine there might be some evidence in the information she gathered. I need it.
All right, consider it done.
You've never disappointed me, Leisha. Please don't start today. Until then, I hope to have found more information. But above all, don't share what we've discussed with anyone. I don't need more gossip.
Can I take Halsey with me?
Of course.
All right then. I'll be right back.
Say premonition. I feel like that could very well be important.
That was intense. I have to be careful. Shit, they're gone.
Mom, I'm going to Ritz's to see if he has my teddy.
Okay.
Come and find me when you're done.
Let's see if Hazel was right. Did Jara leave anything behind?
Let's look around. Because that thing probably wasn't really that much. Mostly weird. Jara. I would have liked to give you this bond that you've been waiting for so long, but I can't bring myself to condemn you to my situation. But don't be afraid, I will never abandon you, Jara. Never. We're bound together forever. We are one since the first night. That first instant. Nothing can ever keep us apart. Promise, Kay. confidential files on regent of the Hartford Chantry, ambitious and paranoid, extremely skilled in philology, favored education, but mentions escape routes in his profit communications to be monitored. Okay, it's basically just vessels. And some very interesting is mysterious and efforts. We think it would be wise to acquire a visit to the Chantry as a sign of trust. Our intelligence reports numerous experience and metals in the vanity state of the building, which fortune have gone unnoticed.
This is what Hazel asked me to bring her.
So there's information on the various guests turning up. Tags on me. In the 17th and 18th century, mythology was influential throughout New England, but they also experienced dark times, seeing their power erode over years, primarily due to the encroachment of Sabbat members from North and East New England during this period. Some elder Tremere believed that at least one of the major convents allied with the Sabbat. Convents allied with the Sabbat to bring about their downfall. Though few agree on which of the three major convents to blame. Is most to blame. The less of status suffered by their entire family is a wound that still runs deep today, and has left to their great dislike of the sisters of celebrating okay. Hope it doesn't ask me to. Oh, why is mine? There we go. Where are you? The time has come. Arrival. Examine.
A log with a list of everything that was checked for the party. Invoices, reservations, rentals. All from our network. It's journeys. That could be of interest.
The file contained documents of they did not neglect safe.
Addressed to Hazel. This thing's old. Does she still use it? This thing's old. Does she still use it?
Oh wait, wait, I think it said the password here. PWD? Alright. Okay, no, get the number. I want to see if there's any anything here that weekly close protection reports 2019. One report submitted by because I don't want to like just like be like. Where do we go? 1841. 1841. 1841. 1841. Try that one. 1841. 1841. There we are. Got in. Conversation. Go to me. August 24th, 2019. As you wish. As you wish. Guess it starts from here. To me. Jan. Miss Market. Miss Dollery. I have already told you about my need to investigate it. A good case. Told you about my need to. I know that you disagree with my theory, but an aborted attack on the prince is not to be taken lightly. Could you please reconsider your position? Okay. Lightly. I never reconsidered anything without new evidence. If you have any, please send it to me, and not on a computer. You know how I feel about them. As you wish. This one's like okay, like the following month, September. Okay. Second, 2019. Subject unauthorized transmission. Miss Dollery. I picked up a transmission that appeared to be an unauthorized outbound call. Could you come see me as soon as possible? Could you come see me as soon as possible so that I can give you the details? a signal that appeared to be an authorized outbound call. Could you come see me as soon as possible, so that I can give you the details? Did they try access my computer? No, I can't imagine anyone being able to hack into your computer since you change your password every 3 days. Besides, I thought you preferred handwritten notes. That's not something I'm willing to joke about. Okay, now Hazel. Enough. Sweet Hazel. I know you ordered my computer to be searched. You tried to access my computer? No, I can't imagine anyone. No, I know you ordered my computer to be searched. You don't have to monitor me like this. What's am I good to you if you don't trust me? Alright, if anyone is trying to search your computer, believe me, the order didn't come from me. I have every confidence in you, and I urge you to have some confidence in me. Finally, in the future, I appreciate it if you did not make such sweeping accusations without proof. If you have any concerns, please come speak to me. Your Prince, Hazel. And that's enough. I rely on myself to protect what needs to be protected, and I have my own ways of keeping myself safe from undue. It is precisely 10 p.m. I'm heading to the party and leaving. I'm in charge. You know the procedure. Let anyone know. So let everyone know. Good luck. Missions. Recent transmissions done.
Nobody here. I'm going to be able to take a look around Dijon's.
picture. Dahlia recovering memories and images of her lost past is what ultimately drove.
Tarot cards. How fun. The Emperor, the Chariot, Temperance. Easy. Dijon is thinking about taking a trip.
I wonder what each of them means though.
The Salem Gazette.
These are for rituals that you...
Just like New Orleans. This is definitely Dijon's place. A bird. Dead. He must have done a warlock ritual.
Any of them, let's take a look here. Any of them, here we go, one of them required, there's one that required a raven. Fresh, a skull and wax. Concealment ritual. Prey, mask, So it's not that because there's no cauldron. There's no cauldron around here. What there is blood, skeleton, a skull, and candles. Here we go. Candle, skull, own blood, and sacrificial animal. So probably this one. Maybe this, because there is. The only thing is that there's no blood, fresh blood. You can find a knife, and so either concealment or registration ritual. Yep, there's a name. There's a knife in there. So let's see, what was the other one that said requires a knife? Yep, concealment. And to be honest, I actually kind of figured there was probably that because there's something that's concealed over here. So let's use.
Well, what have we here?
My dear sisters, I hope this letter will reach you quickly. Things are critical here. It appears that we've been the target of a major incident. A code red has been issued and we have not heard from those who had already gone to the party. Our prince had organized a unification. This could be our favor because it's possible that the Argentry is behind it. Right. Code red has been issued and we have not heard from the party our prince had organized for unification. This could be in our favor because it's possible that the Argentry is behind it. Although I have faithfully secured my interests, my prince's interests while negotiating this treaty, these new suspicions could serve our interest in relation to a possible alliance between Boston and. Though I have faithfully served my actions could serve our interest. Okay.
He didn't finish his letter. But that'll be enough for Hazel to make up her mind about him.
Let me make sure that I get what's in it's a critical. Believes as the chantry, although those are my prince's interests while negotiating this treaty, these suspicions could serve our interest in relation to a potential alliance between us. Wrong button. So we used a. So we know that he did a conceal.
He must have done a warlock ritual. A bird. Dead.
So we know that he did a concealment ritual to conceal that note that we looked at. Princess Sia. Terror of Camarilla. Okay.
Hazel told me to keep a low profile here. This area is reserved for the prince and her primogen. Shit. Hilda's in her office. She's going to see me.
Okay, unseen presence. Unseen presence allows you to move around without being seen. In this state, it is not possible to physically interact with the environment. You may, however, stealthily read or examine an object. This power will activate automatically if you enter.
I shouldn't get too close. She might be able to sense me.
Why did you come back? Why? Other than to show that you're doing just fine on your own. If you only knew everything I've done for you. Ma'am.
Hilda's more concerned with the name than she is with Hazel. I hope she'll be happy to hear that.
I don't want to risk her catching me in here, so. Okay.
We're Richard's apartment. He didn't change a thing, as usual.
I figure, should I like to keep a low profile, so I think I won't talk to him because well, you know, I won't be keeping a low profile. Dear Dr. Durham, as instructed, I have performed the donors. Prepare the donors you listed for the unification party. They will be ready for you to pick up at 9 a.m. at the Red Salon. I think that your guests will be impressed. Guests will be impressed by the quality of the venues they offer, and I hope that they will truly appreciate the food.
No, he's not there.
Betty.
Where are you, Mr. Teddy?
Yeah,
I see guilt. Richard often asked me.
Richard? I think I can, because he isn't something here, so. March 6.
He must be hiding somewhere else.
Report. Okay, March 6. Unknown origin. 12 members of the court.
No, he's not there. Where are you, Mr. Teddy?
13 members of the court caught in a sudden collective panic for several minutes. Called for investigation. Closed without any
Mr. Teddy!
Surroundings in 1988. After 10 years of investigation. Is this the one that we found in the beginning in the archives? October 31. Origins unknown. The servants of the Asian court. Origin apartments began to hum the same song for an hour. And it's called for an investigation. Closed without any. exactly for 1 hour. And try nothing. Miss. Potted feeling a sudden mental intrusion during speech. Prince.
No, he's not there. Where are you, Mr. Teddy?
Station closed after report delivered in person. It's 8 on original 9. Feeling of imminent death
He
felt
must be hiding somewhere else.
Lasting several minutes. Really close. And 7 sought in the prison and being vomiting for several hours. The vessels presented evidence of experience uncontrollable crying fit throughout the night.
Mr. Teddy!
Okay.
So, did you find your Teddy?
No, not yet. I'm not sure he's here. What about you? Did you finish your job for the prince?
Yes, I found something that might be of interest to Hazel.
Does that mean we're going back to see the prince then?
Not yet, because there's still some more. Not done yet.
Not quite, Pumpkin. I want to take another look around. You wait for me here, but be good.
I will.
Also, let me see. My dominate ability, does that allow me to cloud? Well, I think actually cloud memory only works with mortals anyway, so yeah.
He must be hiding somewhere else.
A floppy disk. That's all Richard knows how to use. Maybe I'll find a way to read it.
Disk. So devices are hard to read it.
Only Richard would still use that.
Where are you, Mr. Teddy?
Okay, just a floppy disk. Dear Miss, yeah, as per your request, Mr. Underwood came to the Red Saloon to carry out a review in view of the collaboration with the Hartford Tremere. We can confirm that production. We can confirm that production can triple if we expand operations into our basement. I think it will be wise to create a reserve and allocate only 1/3 of our production
He must be hiding somewhere else.
Hartford. We will also provide a temperature-controlled storage area.
Mr. Teddy!
We'll also provide a temperature-controlled storage area for this purpose. As for your more practical questions, please do not include the formulas. As for answered off certainly. Okay. We will also provide a temperature controlled storage area for this purpose. As for your more practical questions, please do not include the formulas I have been able to work out in your dealings. Mr. Underwood also feels that we
He must be hiding somewhere else.
also feels that we need to keep them secret in order to keep the agreement, the advantage in this agreement. We both feel that convincing them to send Tremere, we both feel that convincing them to send Tremere to Boston to perform blood stabilization tests would be a better alternative.
He must be hiding somewhere else.
Institutionalized production of more than 400 units per week. I prefer to on the side of caution.
Mr. Teddy!
I am able to procure everything alone in my laboratory.
He must be hiding somewhere else.
For more at the start would require a move. And would surely get us noticed by our suppliers of raw materials. I hope to have provided you with the missing information for your discussions on this agreement, which in addition to Christopher Ford, as it will make possible for science will undoubtedly be a dominant Boston and okay.
Richard must have had a breakthrough, if Hazel's interested in it.
Oh shit, I ordered that. Well, she like looks down. Okay. Look at the other ones. Oh, it's just this. Okay, so
Ugh, impossible. It's locked.
should I keep the live profile? So I'll go and talk to that person. I think that'll be it for.
Are you almost done?
Yes, I found something that might be of interest to Hazel.
Does that mean we're going back to see the prince then?
Right.
Let's go, Sugarfangs.
Leisha. I'm all ears.
Everything went all right.
I knew I could count on you. Was Halsey a good girl?
Yes, as usual.
Good. Were you able to find anything interesting in Ms. Drury's apartments?
Yes. There was intel she had gathered on the guests, including those from the Hartford Chantry.
Anything about their regent, Deneb Osborne?
Yes, he seems to be obsessed with memory magic.
Interesting.
I gave everything to Delson.
Thank you. I'll take a look at it later. Were you able to see or hear anything interesting?
I found a file on our security.
I also found that at Jara's. A file on the party. It's a record of everything Journey did.
That could be useful. Give it to Delson on your way out. Anything else?
I had a vision.
I knew you would. What did you see? Was I in your vision?
I think it was me. My forehead was on fire.
All right. Do you have any idea what it could mean?
Not in the slightest. Are you disappointed?
The important thing is that you're starting to have visions again.
But I couldn't hear what you were saying.
It happened when I was in Jara's office. I just found Journey going through her things.
But she's not allowed to be there.
Mem joined her almost immediately.
What did they say to each other?
I couldn't hear what they said. That's when I had the premonition.
That's too bad. But you didn't fail. I promise. Don't worry about it. Just focus on your visions.
I think I'll just tell everything that she went down, that she discovered, I guess.
Hilda was in her room. She was acting strangely.
What do you mean?
She was whispering things, talking to a picture of Mem.
Touching, but that's of no importance.
At Dijon's, I found a letter addressed to the Salem Chantry.
Did he betray me for the Warlocks?
I don't know. It just said that he's participating in your project, but that he would have preferred an agreement with Salem.
Oh, I understand his recent illusions a little better now. I'm going to need to have a word with him. Go on.
That's all I was able to find.
I knew I could count on you. Thank you, Leisha.
Richard still wasn't there. Were you able to find out anything else?
Yes. One of my servants just came back from his bar, the Red Salon, as that's where he does his research. I had hoped to find him there. But she confirmed that Dr. Dunham had gone to the party early with a few of his vessels. I'm sorry, Leisha.
No. If he had been destroyed, I would have felt it. I have to go find him.
You're the most discreet of all of us, it's true. But we have no idea what might have happened there. It could be dangerous.
I won't be alone. Halsey will be with me.
Of course. And one last thing. Dr. Dunham wasn't the only one there. There was also Miley, my child. Bring her back to me.
Yes, of course. We'll leave right away.
I wouldn't expect anything less of you. Thank you, Leisha.
There we are. Yeah. Also, like, in like, cause you know, in the masquerade books I've been like, you know, reading up and shit like that. I've always read like that, like, let's say child. I always read it as childy. So okay. Which I was always wonder, like, what's the point of, like, in the English language? I'm fucking saying this as if, like, I'm not, like, I'm saying this as if, like, English isn't my first language, but, like, why is in the English language, why is there a thing called silent, like, letters? Okay? Why is silent letters are a thing? Okay? Like, they have no, like, child, child with the E at the end or without the, like, in here, like, has no point in anything. Okay? And all it really does is that, you know how, like, when you grow up, people usually like, oh, just sound it out. Well, what about silent letters, okay? Sometimes that just doesn't, you know. I remember talking to somebody about it and be like, oh, we'll like, it influence the sounding of other words, other letters. But the problem is, though, is that it kind of changed, that means that it isn't a silent letter then. Anyway, each scene ends with an overview of your accomplishments, failures, and what you have done, differently. For each success, your character earns experience points. Okay, traits in respective minus 20%. Minus 20 to the next experience cost for. Oh, okay, that's good. You let the premonition take you over. You gave the prince the documents that would certainly clear Journey's name. You listened into what's on his mind. You found a letter from confirming his preference for the sound chantery. You told the prince about his letter. Alternative, you could have spied on. On the conversation between him and Journey. You could have discovered his preoccupations. But she said to leave it low profile there. And I figured like it'd be wise to not like, like basically to like pretend to like make it so that it's like as if I was never there.
Come here. Thanks, You've brought me Journey. I knew I could count on you.
Jay is waiting in the antechamber. She's nervous. Tell Delsin to go easy on her.
We'll see about that.
Was there something else you wanted?
Did you need me for anything else?
Not right now, but I will soon. I have one more favor to ask of you.
Alright, I'll be waiting in the next room.
Okay. Touch. You replace to the next experience. Minus 10 to the next mental attribute. You obeyed the prince. You followed Journey followed you to the prince's. You spied on a conversation about Journey. You were able to retrace Journey's steps before she left. Be sure she left thanks to her scent. It's all specs. What happens if was there like a limited time where like if I did it for if I was like took forever, then like she would have been gone by the time I arrived there. But then again, like we saw the evidence that we found, like what she was looking for, basically, as the other one. You could have convinced Journey to flee. Oh shit! There we go. Now it's him. Mortal. Eternal Protector. Mortal kings had their lackeys, the Prince of Boston have Gable. While rulers come and go, Gable remains, and his presence tonight is not reassuring. So I'm gonna have him to sense the unseen. Okay, first let's of course physical and intimidate. Ah, shit. The dominate. Security. Okay, so those ones would be the thing. Get him. Okay. Let's see what the prince wants with him.
My prince. Delson.
Zori.
It seems that the Camarilla is in danger. I am at your disposal.
Your sense of duty is a credit to you, Caleb. You haven't lost your touch, I hope. The Code Red is linked to the Unification Party with the Chantry. No one there is answering anymore.
Who was there from our side?
How many of us were there?
Probably a good 20, give or take. Dr. Dunham and our top spy, Jara Drury, were already there.
We might have lost 2 members of the Primogen.
You were from...
What about Hartford? Have you heard from them?
If those dogs had anything to do with what happened, I'll cut their throats myself.
Do you think they might be involved?
I don't know. It's too early to draw any conclusions.
Where do you want to start?
Can I count on you?
You have no reason to doubt me.
One by one, the Ancilai heed the beckoning and go east. You're the eldest in the city now. Don't do this to me. Not now. I would be very grateful to you. And Fang.
How may I be of service?
Go and see Caius, with Jara gone. He's in charge of security. He may have learned something.
You can count on me.
You have my absolute confidence, Caleb.
I was kind of like, regarding the whole beckoning thing, I wasn't quite sure if it was like if it was common knowledge within it, in a sense that to them was it all the elders just start up and leaving, but they had no idea why. I wasn't quite sure if did they know about the beckoning and stuff like that. And maybe it's probably just only the higher echelon who knows that beckoning, while the rest is kind of just yeah, they're just up and left randomly, no idea why. Anyway, I'll look more of him later. But now I think we've been streaming for a good while now, about close to 4 hours actually. Anyway, I think that'd be good to end stream right now for today. yeah. I did a right stream. We played some Vampire Masquerade song. I enjoyed it, and I would like to play more so I can get through the storyline and shit like that, find out what happens. You know, with the whole thing with the Hera Chantry, it seems like that maybe something, like maybe they did something, who knows, or maybe it's something else entirely. Okay. When they say it was a breach, though, it took in like a masquerade breach, or like, you know, long story short, it's in like, yeah. Well, I theory I was having, what if like nothing actually did happen? Like, what if they like just did the red alert to like spook them? But then again, nobody's answering their calls and stuff like that. So most likely, probably something did happen. But yeah, we'll have to like see what happens, you know, next time on Dragon Ball Z. I'm just kidding. Vampire Masquerade song. But yeah. I hope everyone had a good time. With the stream. You know, people who decided to watch, feel free to, you know, hit a like, and subscribe or follow and stuff like that. Hope everyone had a good time, and we'll see you all again next time when I stream. I had scheduled that I'd be streaming on the Thursday, I think. Well, Thursday for me. Yep, Thursday for me. I'll be streaming on the I'll be streaming on Thursday. It'll be a bit later on, because it'll be a little later on in the day because of, you know, I got work, so I'll be streaming like afterwards, and we'll be playing some more Baldur's Gate 3 that day. So yeah, looking forward to that, playing some more Baldur's Gate 3, seeing if we can handle the situation with it, and hopefully it doesn't crash on me again. But anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye.